Tonight's greatness in barbecue entertainment is partnered with the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, the Barbecue Store, Chupacabra Throwdown, Team Cosmos Q Products, Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics, We Branded Promotion, Texas Oil Dove, Team Rectel, Texas Original Charcoal Company, Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Pinkerton Pit Barbecue, Mr. King Sharpening Services, Smoke and Magic, the All Fired Up Cook-Off, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Half-Fast Cooker, and the Chopping Block, Webster and Victoria.
Friends are alcoholics, and I'm competitive.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating?
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that?
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
Ooh. Ah.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing.
Hey, we got any more beer here? All right, I'm sorry. I won't talk again. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead, Robbie.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
And Steve
Mahosky with Backward Jacks. We don't always walk.
But when we do, it ain't here.
You're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
My name's Greg Minotti with Drop Time Smoke, and you are watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1. Let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smoking Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guest, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smoking Gooder Show starts now.
All right, what is up, Gooder Gang? Welcome back. Took a week off, felt good, felt refreshed. We're back with another episode 301. Damn glad you guys are here. However you're checking this out, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. However you're doing it, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It helps us out. We appreciate it. We're going to have our man, Mr. Eddie Morales, on here in just a moment. Of course, we got producer Ty. We've got another first-time guest, two first-time guest. We snuck one in on you guys. Y'all didn't even know about it. But we got the team from Jokers and Smokers. That is Joe Limon. And, of course, everybody's been seeing this guy on the barbecue circuit tour, Mr. Micah Gwaltney he's with Jokers and Smokers, but G Walt, as you know him on the barbecue circuit. He's going to be on looking for an entertaining show tonight. But I want to thank everybody that sent in a video last week or 2 weeks ago for our 300th episode. Very special to myself, hopefully to Eddie, and I know Ty enjoyed it as well. Those videos were amazing. We've got a big library full of them, but that was for a special 300 episode. We'd love for you guys to put that same energy and be a part of the show, just like we had Carly, we had Mr. Greg Minotti, and the Backward Jacks team do an intro. We'd love for you guys to also do an intro for us and, get you guys on the show as well. All right. Anything new to report? No, not from me. I do know about Mr. Keen sharpening service. Real quick, I want to get this. He sent a note. He's going to be, let me see what Mr. Jimmy just sent me. He is going to be Friday night. He'll be in Lockhart. There he is right there. Lockhart, Texas. And then on Saturday, either Uvalde or Corpus. That is a game day decision. So where's Jimmy? That's where he's going to be, in Lockhart, possibly Uvalde or Corpus. Game time decision. If I were you, I'd go to Corpus, man. That sounds pretty cool. Down in the valley, Corpus is. All right, let's get the co-host of the evening in, and producer Ty. We got Mr. Eddie Morales looking very cool over there. What is up, my man?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? And producer Ty in the house. How are you doing, Ty?
Doing great, man. Had a great show last night with our Triple Threat vet. We had Vincent Rocco Vargas on. A lot of good conversation. Great stuff.
Very nice. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for all your work you did on the 300th episode. That was pretty cool. Hopefully these guys will start sending you some videos for the intros. That would be awesome as well. All right, they're coming in. The Gooder Gang's coming in. Let's play some music. I'll introduce them, and then we'll get started with Mr. Eddie, and we'll bring in the guest of the evening here just shortly. All right. First up, first in. Look at this guy. Johnny Maggs in the house, first in. Carlos Calzada, you are slipping, but he was second. Daddy Dutch, also slipping, third. Mr. Keen Sharpening Service, checking in. What's up, Gooder boys? The Dude Barbecue, what's up, Gooder Gang? ZZ Top Fan, evening all. Nicho Heredando, evening, Gooder Gang. Bob Mayer, what is up, Bob? That's a new name. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure you're giving a thumbs up and subscribing to us on YouTube. Pitsing me off, what's going on? Chase Vincent, that's I'll tell you later, barbecue. Burley Gunter, what is up? That's 360. Twisted D in the house. There's Donnie. Corby Simpkins, sup fuckerish Gooder Gang. Okay. That's a node to G Walt, I'm pretty sure. Samantha Cherry, thank you, Miss Samantha, for all you did last show. Serge in the house, what's up, Gooder Gang? Hashtag Bullhorn Worldwide. I was on Serge's show last Monday. That was a good time with the boys over at Beyond the Smoke. You can check their show out Monday nights, 8 o'clock Central, Monday nights on YouTube. My pits are burning. There's Kevin Hernandez just killing it right now. There's another guy killing it. Rini Sanchez. Hit me up, my man. I need to get you booked. You are hot right now, my man. Smoking and toasting barbecue. There's Cesar Mejia. Jared McCrory. Just Jared. I don't know if I'd go by just Jared. How about you, Eddie?
That's a pretty cool name.
It's a cool name, but Jared, you know Jared from Subway, right?
Yeah.
I'd definitely put a last name on that thing right there. Brian Fox in the house. Did Brian do anything this past weekend?
Man, I don't know. I didn't see anything.
I didn't either. Well, maybe he'll come up in the wrap-up recap. We will see. Steve Kent. Is it Kent? Quint? What do you think there, Eddie?
It looks like Quint to me.
There you go. All right. Hey, Gooder Gang,
Go
Eddie,
finish
Ty, and Rob. Thanks. He filled it in. Larry Vaughn, afternoon from North Jersey. Jeff Dennison, Marco Lopez, Jokers and Smokers. What's up, Marco? Like, subscribe, please do. Ricardo Nieto, what's up, man? How are you, buddy? Bob Mayer again. There he is. All right. Mark Pugh Howdy from Fort Worth. All right, Mark, what's up? David Cano, Underground Smoke, Little Gringo in the house. Jokers tonight is going to be interesting. Yes, sir. Johnny Dunn, the next 300 begins. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Uwe Braun, Amigos, Wes Reed checking in on YouTube. Sarah Joe, what's up? She's Chopping Black for those that don't know. Maddie Lopez, what's going on? John Mendoza, another new name. Make sure you're subscribing. CB Barboza, Dirty Smoke. We just had him on in episode 299. Lance Meeks in the house. Lance Bracco. Peter Harrison. That's a new name. Daddy Dutch. Who else we got here? Al Armanza. What's up, Al? How are you doing, bub? Dwayne Turnbow. Got to see Dwayne at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Poochie. I saw Poochie as well. Jackie Milligan here for some tea. Is there tea? Do we have tea? Greetings, Earthling. Food, forest, permaculture. All right, that's a new one. I like it. Thanks for checking in. Britt Davis in the house. Carl Davis. No relation. Maybe they are related. Are they related?
They're probably related to Chris Davis too.
Probably. That's Chris Davis, Carl Davis, Britt Davis. They're all related. Ashley, what's up, Ashley? How are you? An intro, probably only way I get on here. maybe. Let's see. There's Manny Marino. What's up, bub? All right, let's see here. She said, thank you all for help with the surprise gathering. Yeah, that was definitely a surprise. Lone Star Smokestacks. There he is right there. There's Charles. And then Chris Hatcher. I'll say your name again, Chris Hatcher. Hatch's Barbecue. What's up, party people? All right, Gooder Gang is checking in pretty strong right now. Early in 65K. I love it. What's up with you, Eddie? You had a good weekend down in Beeville, man. Talk about that event. I sadly had to miss it. I was at their first or second one. I think this was what number was this one? Probably 12.
Man, I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
it was
Matthias does a great job always, man. What's that?
That was a great event. I had never been.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So yeah, it was awesome, man. Matthias and his team, fucking badass.
Yeah, big time event. A lot of teams out there.
And the awards were badass, man.
Oh,
they had all kinds of fire and
Killer Bee fireworks, bro. It's big time, man.
But man, I didn't have a bad weekend.
No, you did not. CIA bomb. You did not have a bad weekend. What'd you do?
5th chicken, 2nd rib, and man, 4th overall. Fucking brisket. I don't know what the fuck is going on with it, but
your brisket's fine. It just, I'm sure it's something.
It was
tables, bro. Tables. But I'm really happy to see your chicken, bro. Your chicken, we and I talked about it for a long, long time.
That motherfucker's been on, bro.
You said you went back to an old motor, as Robert Smith would say, and it's working for you, man.
I mean, fuck. Gave me one of those, so
hell yeah. It is. Yeah,
I have been working on that chicken just for the fucking San Antonio rodeo, and man, it started walking, and it walked to San Antonio, and it's kept up with the rest of the chicken. So
it has, and you're sitting pretty solid in the top 10 right now in chicken, which is awesome to see. Like I said, we talked about struggling on that. You guys you have definitely figured that out. Shaler Choppa, what's up, Shaler? The guys from the All Fired Up crew. I haven't talked about that event because I didn't do a show since then. Oh yeah, I did talk about it, but it was a great event over there as well, in Pleasanton, Texas. Put that one on your calendar as well. But Ira killed it. Ira is that dude is just solid. Any organization, anywhere he goes, he's doing well.
Yeah, it was man, awards were definitely like fuck, once Ira didn't walk in brisket. I didn't walk in brisket. Adam had a 5th and a 1st, and Kevin had like a 12th and a 5th. And man, it was just kind of, man, we really didn't know this time, I was like, man, if my brisket's anywhere in the top 20, I should be all right. And I'm sure Ira was thinking the same thing. And I'm sure, man, everybody was thinking the same thing, So,
how you like the 3-meat contests that CBA does? When the there's 3 versus 4 meats that promoters have options. I personally love the 4 meat because I feel it gives me a better chance because I'm decent in pork. But what's that?
I love the 4 meat, but man, it was cool because man, we were done by 2.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
But awards still weren't till 5, so it didn't really.
Oh, okay. He had a lot going on. Fireworks, bro. They were setting up the pyrotechnics.
I don't mind it. I know a lot of people bitch and cry and complain.
That's barbecue, bro.
Whatever. Just don't go.
That's
Go
barbecue.
to another one.
Kevin says, I don't like 3 meat. Well, I know. I think we got all 3 meats all weekend, I believe.
Yeah, maybe
in CBA. CBA this week.
I mean, I prefer 4 meats, but if it's 3, man.
Oh yeah.
I just want to cook. I don't give a shit what it is.
I remember the big whenever we as CBA decided, you as well, that we're going to give the promoters options, 3 meats or 4 meats. I feared that a lot of these 4 meat contests would go away, but it's kind of the opposite. I'd still like a lot of promoters are still doing the 4 meats because the cooks are telling them right now in the comments they love the 4 meat contest. I do love the 4 meat contest. Again, I'm not against the 3 meat. I'll definitely go do a 3 meat, but I just think I have a better opportunity to do better with that extra fourth.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's bring in anything else we got going on. What are you going to be this weekend? You want to disclose?
I'm going to a wedding this weekend.
Oh,
I ain't cooking till probably after Thanksgiving.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's see here. Let's bring in G Walt. Let's get G Walt in real quick, and then we'll get him gone. So we'll talk to the main.
Oh shit! There he is.
What is up, G Walt? G Walt is on a barbecue show tour right now.
Fuck yeah.
He's on Food Network
Mr.
right after this show tonight. That's what I heard.
Exactly.
Is that true?
Network. Yes, sir.
Are they gonna let you drink on the Food Network?
Nah, I have to change clothes and everything. I got to put a suit on.
You got to put a suit on. Okay. All right. How are you doing, bro?
The representatives, you know what I'm saying? So I got to look all professionally.
Well, you do look professional. Not as professional as that photo you sent for the promo, bro. What was that? You sent me a glamour shot.
Let's see it.
Let's see it, Ty. Look at this guy. Glamour shots, and then what is this rainbow thing you got on your shirt?
That's not part of the real shirt, so I don't know how that got in there. So. Yeah, it's not the real shirt.
It fits with the glamour shot.
We respect everybody, bro.
If you want to see the real shirt, you go to my Instagram page. I think it's my profile picture.
This show is a friend to all, and that's fine. The shirt works.
It had a picture of a mailman, and it said Weed Man, but it was a picture of a postal guy. And he comes in and cleans your yard up, It's all of his yard service product.
I was talking to him earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, I think Ty changed that because it said weed on it." I was like, "No, I changed it because of your glamour shot photo. It matches." So he was like,
"I'm gonna get." If I was on a dating profile, I'd probably have
Tanya. What's up?
Shit doesn't work.
Big up to Jokers and Smokers. You got some Jokers and Smoker fans are in the house right now. I love it. Let's bring in Joe real quick because I do want to talk to Joe, and I feel like he knows the origins of Jokers and Smokers. Ty, we got one more guest that we didn't know about, but I'm glad he's here. We got Mr. Joe Limon. What's up, Joe?
How y'all doing?
We're great, man. We're great. I know that I've met you somewhere down the line because you guys have been doing this for a long time. I remember traveling or just walking the grounds of Houston and seeing that nice pit maker rig out there. You guys have been doing that for a few years as well, right? Houston Livestock Show Radio.
Yeah, Houston. We've been out there since 2007.
Yeah, that's as long as I've been in. Even before I've been in barbecue, y'all been out there. So, damn, y'all been at it for a while, Jokers and Smokers.
Yeah, we've been around for quite a bit. It's been a fun run so far.
Talk about the origins of that team. Y'all got a large team, right? I saw you guys at Alvin. We'll get to Alvin, but I do want to learn. I do want to know about the origins of y'all's team and how it got started and how you found this fool.
Well, we started.
I really want to know that one too.
I started in Jokers Smokers in 2006, and man, it was just a bunch of friends. We got together, started cooking. It took us a couple years to figure out how to cook. About 2009 to about 2012, and we were hitting it hard. We're walking everywhere with chicken, doing really well. And then work picked up. We slowed down a little bit. We always did Houston we've done Houston 15 years. So that's our big show. I mean, we're pretty famous for 3 days a year. And then last year, I saw Micah at a cook-off out in Rosenberg, and he looked kind of lost. And I said, "What's up, guys?" So, what are you up to? He was looking for a barbecue pit. We let him borrow one. And then Maddie was cooking out there. He kicked her ass. And I said, "You want to come cook with us?" And he said, "Yeah, come on." And he came on. We're shaping him a little bit, teaching him how to use gloves and paper towels and an apron. But we're getting him there.
Oh, shit.
So he doesn't have his food license yet. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think he knows what that is.
Do I have to have one of those or what? I'm not sure about that.
No, you don't. Sure. You don't. But yeah, gloves are important, Micah. G. Walt.
Man, I have a tendency of, like, I put too many on and take them off. I go through a whole box to cook it off, so I just tend to just wipe my hands on my ass, even though the rag's hanging on my back pocket. And just one of my bad habits. I dirty up a lot of shirts for sure.
Yes, you can wear an apron too. Aprons work. Let's keep it clean, my buddy Greg.
I don't like it. I feel like it's strangling me, man. I'll be wearing them, and then, like, I'm fat, and I got shoulders, and I feel like this thing's trying to take over my neck, so I take it off, and then that's how it works.
Well, at least you're keeping your clothes on, unlike our bowler John Turner.
I would do that, man. He's lost a lot of weight. We did the opposite. He used to be skinny. I mean, he used to be fat, and he got all nice and trim, and then I was skinny, dude, and then I worked at Abercrombie. I was a nice looking dude. And then, I got fat, so I'm not taking my shirt off yet.
So you worked at Abercrombie, bro? You can't just speed past that.
I know.
Man, I was modeling for him. I mean, this is 22 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So,
you were an Abercrombie model?
Yeah, bro. I was, that's my first job, dude. I had to get a ride with a buddy, and I had long hair, dude. I looked like a hippie. I had a six-pack, bro. I was tan. I played soccer shirtless all day, every day, and so I got a job there, and I was just a greeter, dude. So people would walk in the door. I used to get the Abercrombie cards and write my number on the back of them, the ones you spray the cologne on, and I would put my number on them, and I would just, like, greet at the door, hand my number out. I was a dumbass, but they kept me out for a couple of years,
Were you on a couch? Did they? Is that how you got the job?
Yeah, I took a few pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you have to send a picture to Ty, bro. Be proud of that, dude. 22 years ago.
I do have a few, bro. And you're gonna go, that's not Mike at all, but
send it to Ty. By the time the show ends, we're gonna have an Abercrombie photo gallery.
My wife had to help me with that. She might have to find it for me, but it's definitely in my Google Photos. I know that for sure.
It's in your phone, bro. It's probably like in your favorites.
It might be part of my folder.
It's his background. It's a screensaver.
He shows it to us every weekend.
I do. They're like, they just don't ever believe it's me. That's the problem, though. But I try to get some representative to say that's him, but I don't have any friends from back in the day around to prove it, so they don't believe me. But it's all good. I know it's me.
A new nugget. I love it, bro. That's awesome, man. That's pretty. You should be proud of that. Eddie was an Abercrombie model as well, I bet.
Yeah, he could definitely be one. I can see it right now, bro.
And Hollister, bro.
Hollister,
Hollister. There you go, Joe. What about you? Were you modeling anywhere?
Joe's been on some videos though.
Yeah, not good ones.
Definitely not me. Little gringo Abercrombie needed a Native American model.
I'm down, bro. That's me.
I love it, bro. That's pretty cool, man. That's a nice little nugget. Another layer of the G. Walt onion that we're gonna peel back.
A lot of drugs back then. That's how it worked. I was willing and able, brother. Willing and able.
All right, so you just found him within the last year or so, year and a half or so with Jokers and Smokers. How many's in your group, Joe?
There's 6 of us. There's 6 of us on the team, and then we've got about 40 friends that like to come out and hang out. So as many as we can stack up in the truck, that's who shows up to the event.
Yeah, that's he said 40, but six actually work is basically what I heard.
Yeah.
40 team members.
I'd say maybe three of them bust their ass, and then there's 2 lingers, and then maybe 20 that just do what the fuck Joe tells them to do. You know what I'm saying?
Donnie, I modeled for Dixie Plastic Forks. I kind of believe that. I bet. Yeah. So, well, cool. So y'all been at it for a long, long time. Houston Livestock and Rodeo. When did y'all start getting like really, really serious with competition barbecue? Because I've seen you guys. I've said your names on this show from contests before. I know that for a fact.
Well, I guess late last year when Micah came on, I guess he doesn't have anything else to do, so he just likes to cook every weekend. And he's like, I said, hey, that's fine. We'll help you out, and we'll have someone there to kind of assist. And I mean, knows how to cook his proteins. We got to help him with boxing because we don't like to see his hands in the picture, but we don't like to see his shirt. But no, that's this year. I think every weekend except one, we've been somewhere.
That's awesome, man.
There,
So y'all
2 weekends. I think we've only missed 2 weekends so far this year. So
where y'all going to be this weekend?
Out in Corpus. I think it's our first year they're doing that one, that Padre Island one. So we'll be out there. I also, man, so they promoted it, I think, originally as a 4-meat. And I'm over here chasing pork points. I'm like, man, yeah, I'm my pork's been on point. And then I guess I just got an email from the guy, but I think it's just going to be a 3-meat this weekend. So, like you said, I think every one of them are 3 meats this weekend.
I think they're all 3-meat. I know Uvalde's 3-meat. I believe Corpus is 3-meat, which is cool. So,
yeah, I guess I'll save the trim pork and the money muscles, for the next one. So.
Don't bring them with you.
Yeah,
don't prep them.
I was literally like, I prepped them last night. I was all happy with them, and I, vacuum sealed them, and then I got the email this morning from the guy, and I'm like, well, never mind. It's gonna be a short day. You know what I'm saying? I love 4-meat, but 3 will be all right. I guess.
All right, Michael. Let's hear your story. How'd you meet up with these guys, Jokers and Smokers, man?
Well, like he said, I think it was maybe like April of last year. I think it's been about a year, but when I first hung out, I've known Joe. Like, we've met each other in the past. So like back in like 2010, 11, he was competing. I remember seeing that rig, and I think I saw him on TV too. And I'm like, man, this guy was on TV. He don't remember me at all from that, but I remember him. And so then, last year in April, I think we cooked in Wharton. And I was parked right next to the Joker Smokers pit, which is Maddie right there commenting right now. And I was right next to him, you know what I'm saying? So I was hanging out with her, hanging out with him. And they brought up Joe, and then Joe came out, was there hanging out. And I think he kind of was like, oh, yeah, I remember this guy, because I was G-Waltz at the time. And I was running G-Waltz then too. And G-Waltz, mainly is my sauce that I make. And that's, part of my restaurant history when I had my restaurant and all that. So I've always just kept the name from the Army. But after that, we kind of clicked. We went to a few gatherings together, did a couple fundraisers, stuff like that. And we started clicking. And, there's a few cook-offs where I was like, man, y'all want to be a part of it? We kind of collide together. And that worked out, last year at the end of the CBA. It was my first couple CBA events. So it worked out, man. I had some help finally, and I felt more confident with having people there that I trusted. Like, John, Fermin, Marco, Joe, Maddie. It's kind of like they've been together a long time, and I'm friends with them now, and we're kind of like a tight-knit family. So over the last year, it's grown to a more powerful rolling ball, man. I think that we can start making some movement in the barbecue world and gaining some ground with our name.
Definitely. I mean, that Alvin Cook-Off was 175 teams out there, and you guys walked 3 out of 4 categories.
I think it was 189, I think.
Okay, sorry, bro. Sorry. Golly.
I think it was 164.
Yeah.
Well, Mike is an awesome cook. Those Jokers should be proud of him. I'm sure they are.
Jackie. I love you, Jackie.
Look at Jackie with some high praise for you, Mike.
I love her. I've known her for so long, and her and her husband. And, I remember back in the day at IBCA, back when we were all doing, competing. And, man, I run across her every now and then. And once a Chupacabra name, man, I was always using her stuff at home and all that. So I was kind of like flabbergasted when I finally met her years ago. Like, man, that's the chick that runs the Chupacabra team. I buy that shit all the time at HEB. It felt something, kind of euphoric feeling meeting her. And then I watched her whip my ass, several times. So now it's fun to be a part of her and have her, always commenting on stuff, supporting us, and always being there for us.
John said, I think there were 305 teams. We got to get it straight. You know, the legend grows. That's the way it goes. Yeah, Jackie's awesome. Also a big representative of Texas, been on TV with the Barbecue Network show. She's awesome. Her and her husband, Tim, they're always amazing. David Cano with some good info. Weslaco, if you really want to get down there, is for meat. Uwe Braun as well. That's definitely in the Valley. Boys and girls.
That's this weekend though, right?
That's this weekend. We said I thought they were all three, but no, they're not. There's Weslaco is for meat. That is this weekend. And we'll go.
I think they might have added one then because I think about a month ago when they were promoting that it was a 3 meat.
100%. Yeah, I thought I read it somewhere, but that's okay. It's
Sounds
for
good.
meat. I love it.
I wish Corpus would have changed theirs. You know, hey, I had pork. Let's go.
That one sounds cool. It says BBQ, and bar is spelled out BAR. So be careful.
Oh, it's right there by. It's right there by. It's like party area right there.
Control yourself, G. Walt.
He don't believe in that.
What is a Friday? What's a Friday night with jokers and smokers like at a contest? Joe's like,
there's a lot of Modelos going down. We take pride in our Modelos, and we'll have a couple coolers full, and we'll try to finish them up before morning. We do some meat prepping that evening, but hey, it don't matter how you cook; it's how you turn some bitch in. So,
you know what, my good buddy Josh, our good buddy Josh, he used to be 11 o'clock. I don't know. I think that's stretched out. What do you think, Eddie? Is 11 o'clock turning?
That went out the fucking window. I know Stacy still wants it to be that way, but
I think once he GC'd Briscoe after staying up pretty much, Josh came up to me as I was putting rub on my ribs. So this had to have been 8 o'clock in the morning. And he comes up into me on my trailer, and he's just standing there. I thought it was Diane. He snuck up on me, and I look over at him, and I look down, and he's got a Lone Star Light in his hand. He's like, "Don't judge, don't judge." I'm like, I ain't judging. And I come to find out, I don't think he stopped that day, and he GC'd. So it works. Yep. It always works
in Houston too.
And Houston too.
What do they say though? If you don't start early, then you're not drinking all day. So that's
Bighorn. Yeah, if you don't start in the morning, you can't drink. What's up, Alex?
Yep.
Houston. I love that team name, Houston Barbecue.
I think they did. I think they were at in Austin Matura this weekend in East Bernard.
Yeah, RGC right there. We'll be talking about him in the. What did Brian Fox do, Micah?
He went to I think they had like 4 teams there, and I think he got I think 2 perfect scores because the judges there, they rotated the same judges on the same tables over and over. So I don't know. That's what I heard.
Same deal. Well, Joe, you want to hang out with us tonight? What do you want to do?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, cool.
I ain't got nothing else going on, and I ran out of Modelo, so I'm just drinking some Coke Zero. So,
well, it's not Friday night yet, so but
he has
Wednesdays.
He has one of those Coca-Cola, like they slide over your beer can, like the Mexicans do at work. You know what I'm saying? They fucking slide that fake thing over the can. That's
what do you got in your hand?
The Mexicans don't give a fuck.
What you got, Mike?
We gotta represent that Natty Light, man. They're about to be my sponsors here soon. I'm fucking hoping so. But.
You're hoping so.
Yeah.
Have you talked to them?
I mean, they wrote me back, but I think it was an automated thing on Messenger.
All right, we're gonna put you solo right now. Make your pitch to Natty Light. Ty, there you go. Let's go.
I'm ready to hunt. I'm ready to fish. I'm ready to drink some natural light. You can see me at a cook-off holding this can. It's so cold to my face. It's cold in my hand. It's cold in my belly. Put me in, Natty Light. Put me in.
Hey,
that's pretty good.
It might work. That was pretty right off the cuff. That might get you some Natty Light.
Did you practice that, or did you just come up with it?
I mean, I'm out of practice a few times. You know what I'm saying? How to feel.
You might have got a 6-pack tall boy from that, just right there, bro.
With the face on it.
Ironically, when me and Joe won the GC this past week or 2 weeks ago, I saw everyone walking away when they won shit with a fucking Michelob cooler. So I'm like, man, you get a cooler too? So we're like, hell yeah. And then when we won it, I walk up and the only cooler left was a Natty Light cooler. And I'm like, God is good, dude. There's a God out there, man. That's crazy. The fucking Natty Light coolers. What have we won, dude? Come on, now.
Dude. I got the perfect pitch for you. You put your Abercrombie model photo before Natty Light, and then we do. Look how much Natty Light I've been drinking, boys.
Dude.
This is. I'm telling you, it might work.
Hey, from that bod to dad bod, bro. Natty Light. But come on now.
We can make that happen here on the show. We are a production team. We're a terrible production team, but
I'm gonna send Ty a bunch of stuff. He can see what he can work with. You know what I'm saying?
We got to see the videos. The Gooder Gang has to see a photo of a 22-year-old. How old were you then? How old are you now?
I'm 41. I think I worked there. I graduated high school. I was 17, so I think I was there from like 18 to 20 before I joined the Army. So.
Damn, were you even legal back then?
Not for pornographic filming, but
blink if you were okay. I don't, okay. This was with your consent. Okay, I got it. All right.
Yeah,
we're
nice. Good.
All right, Mike. I know you're a barbecue nerd, bro. Right? You eat, sleep, drink, think about barbecue all the time, right? I mean,
I try to sleep, but barbecue runs in my brain too much, so I try.
When did this become? And you've been doing it a long time too. You told me, you've been at it for a while too, right? When did you start doing this thing yourself?
Yeah, I've been losing a lot more than I've been winning since back then. But in the Army, I don't know. I started cooking in the Army a lot, man. I was telling before when I talked to Eddie before. You start watching that Pitmaster show and all that stuff on TV, and your brain's like, man, I can outcook these old people. Like, who's this old ass dude? Who's this guy? That looks like trash. Like, man.
So your brain,
your brain wants to just, man, I don't know. It became a passion, and then right after the Army, I started a catering company with my dad. We called it G Walt's Barbecue as well, and then he passed away a year after we opened the restaurant. He died right before the restaurant opened. And so we had the restaurant for almost 3 years.
Wow.
It's a tough, dude, having a restaurant is not easy. And and if you want to just hop in it, make sure you do your research and everything else. And you study cost of stuff. Cause I just had some money to blow. And then, it lasted long enough, but I lost all my hair as a barbecue restaurant. So. Be careful when you hop in that. But then I started competition cooking, and from that point, man, I would just go to all the IBCA ones, travel around Texas, and lose all the time, to the same 4 people all the time. And you go, man, what the hell? So then, it took a damper off, and then CBA started all this other openings, where it's not just IBCA. And I liked how it started in CBA, like the way just the walk-up song, all that stuff the small stuff we talk about whenever we say we like CBA. It's kind of like, I love it, dude. It's more broadcasted. It makes you feel special. You feel like you want to chase something and do more than a couple of the other places. I've never cooked at Lone Star. I've never cooked on the other ones. I've done IBCA since 2010. So the last year and a half of CBA has been like an awesome experience. And like I told you, me and Joe talked about this year. He's like, man, if you start out the season strong, and then we end up somewhere in the top 20, halfway through or quarter way through, and we're building. Then let's fucking run for it. So I've been on the mission to just go out and hit CBAs every weekend, and he's promoting me, he's helping me, and he's there when he can be. And then we got other team members if he can't be there. We got Fermin, we got all these other players on our team that if they got a weekend off, they'll go out there and help me, man, and have fun and help me do everything. So it's worked out, man, the last year and a half, especially.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys are doing well right now. I'm looking. What are you listed as? Jokers and Smokers, right?
Yeah, it should be Jokers and Smokers.
All right,
they finally fixed it, man. We've had hell with I think because every competition if I'm not there, someone else there, or when I was trying to do it, I would put Jokers Smokers, and they would put in my last name, so then it would just automatically put in G Waltz with Jokers Smokers. So we try to get the name changed like for the last 10 cooks, and I think whenever they just typed the last name in for the head cook. That's what was screwing it up. It kept putting another old team, and so then we had to correct it. So finally, when we got the badges, now they can they had correlated with that number. You know what I'm saying? So they got our points put together and have the actual name spelled right and everything. So no,
you guys are doing really well right now. Actually, I'm looking at your numbers right now. You don't a lot of the teams in the top 10 have 10 contests under their belt. You guys have 8 so far.
Yeah.
And you're sitting in the top 15 on every category. In pork, you're sitting 7th, I believe. Doing real well, man. Doing real well right now. So y'all are definitely there if you want to continue this, which it seems like you're going to be cooking pretty much more so than not. You're definitely going to be in the mix there towards the end if you, especially if you keep popping off some of these 400 teams like you just did.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I thought there was 700.
That was this weekend.
No, hey, and also it was our first. So we've had Joe, since last year. I think we've had 11 or 10 CBAs, and that was our first 777 club member thing. So getting that sticker was kind of cool too. They cook off to capitalize it, because I've been hunting that 777 dude like the last 10 cook-offs. I'm like, damn it, man. It gets 772, 770, 768, and you're just like, I want one of them stickers. So we finally got a sticker, so that was kind of cool.
777s are awesome. They're hard to come by, especially in an event that big. But let's talk about that weekend, guys. Alvin Music Festival, 700 something teams, right, Eddie? Is that what you just said?
I'm at 850, I think.
Okay. All right. So, but talk about that cook. Y'all walked 3 out of 4. Y'all walked chicken, ribs, and pork, right? Or brisket was the one you didn't get a call in. Slackers. I mean, come on, guys.
It was good, man. It was good brisket too. I thought literally we were gonna walk all 4, but that was my. I mean, I think Joe felt the same thing. Like the brisket was phenomenal, but
are y'all a half team, a thigh team? Y'all doing pieces? What are jokers and smokers turning?
We've been running halves, yeah. Even before, I think Joe's been running halves, and I've been running halves. So like when our brands came together for the last few cook-offs, like why run from a half? I would implement wings a few times and thighs a few times, and then drumsticks a few times. And Joe was like, you're hitting 8, 9, 10. Man, let's try to run a perfect half, and not worry about all the other stuff. Don't worry about the extra room in the box, man. If your half is on point, then let's run a half. And it worked out.
Straight half. I love it.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
And
Joe came up with a concoction for the sauce. He likes to. Well, I ain't gonna tell too many secrets, but
what is it?
He has a few techniques that I kind of grind with too. They're kind of the same that I do, so it worked out, meshed out. But Joe came up with the sauce concoction for that cook for the chicken, and man, once I put my finger on it, I knew Joe was right. Everything was on point.
So what's in the sauce?
Modelo. Joe's quiet. He's gone.
If Joe wants to mention what his sauce technique is, it's on him. I'll let him.
We're not.
Went back to the old school.
We're
Went back to old Blues Hog.
Blues Hog works, man. That thing works. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. But so y'all did the half. You felt good about it. Y'all obviously you cook. I know you're cooking more than one, right? Y'all
we had
it.
2.
Felt good after chicken turning.
And we were kind of scared. I think Joe didn't both the thighs bust, right? On both halves. So we were like, well, so Dr. Joe went over there and he jazzed it up and made it look like there's no rip in the thigh at all, but the skin did bust on both of our legs.
All right, there you go. What was it temping? Where are you temping this thing, guys? We're not going to talk recipes, but let's do a little technique. Where are you temping this bird on the half?
We have 2 different techniques. He likes a probe. I'm more of like a Carl Davis, where I like once the wing sets back down on the titty, and I'm like, this should be done. I think the thing's done. So
it had to be pretty hot to bust that thigh.
I think we were running at 300 straight nonstop. But I think it's maybe we did brine it a little longer than usual. We left that night to leave to the Airbnb. I think maybe 10 p.m. Joe or something like that. So chicken, the turn-in was at I think 12. I didn't pull it out of the brine, dude. Like we got there a little late. We might have had a hangover. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I did. So I didn't get there in time, put it that way, to pull it out of the brine like I usually do. But it ended up paying out. So, and it brined so long that we decided, man, not to inject it. So we didn't even inject the chicken that weekend. So
no, it was a perfect chicken. Rob locked up.
I did.
I think Rob I think Rob did freeze up. He scared me. I was like, he's a robot going on. I was like, what the hell is going on right now, dude? Rob's just staring at me in awe that I didn't inject. What?
Wait, where you didn't inject your chicken?
Nah, whenever I pulled out the brine, man, I could tell the skin and the salt had done enough work on the skin. And dude, it plumped up from the brine, man. It just, I mean, it was in there too long, maybe, or something, like I said. So,
what's in the brine?
It's a concoction for sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
Modelo. It's all Modelo.
It definitely has chicken. It has
Modelo and salt.
Modelo salt, chicken fried barbecue. Little doodle Q, a couple other things in there.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, and some fresh onions. You always get the white onion.
Chicken brine. Who else you want to throw in there?
That's about it.
That's about
Natty
it.
Light.
Yeah.
All right. I do love talking chicken, but I do also love talking ribs. Eddie's a damn good rib cook. I fancy myself as one as well. Let's talk about these ribs, guys. How about placement in the box? Are you still, Joe, you like old school? You just mentioned old school. You doing parallel, up and down?
Up and down.
I
used to do the parallel, but I guess that up and down, every one I've seen lately, I've actually paid attention to cooking this year and watching everyone else's boxes, and up and down was a way to go. I think I turn in a little bit cleaner box than Micah does.
Yeah, for sure.
I wear gloves. So
wait, so the picture that Micah shows me is it Joe's or is it yours, Micah?
What do you mean, the ribs?
No, never mind. I'm talking about the pork.
Oh yeah, the pork. Yeah, we ain't got that yet. No, the ribs. I cooked the ribs, but like this weekend too. From that GC, to be very honest, I didn't inject the ribs either. They were just fat enough, and it was a bang bang.
Did you get Friday night, bro?
I didn't get it. I swear, I just liked the way they looked, and I was like, man, you know what? They're fat, dude. They're nice, thick ones, and if I like the thickness, I won't inject. Now if they're thinner ones, and I don't have a choice. Like you buy a double pack from like Chopping Block. Sometimes you get a nice ass rack, and then the other one you're like, oh, that thing's little baby. So you inject the hell out of those, turn them Snicker bars, and it'll hold it. If you don't break the seal, and so you can make them match the fatter ones. But if they're fat enough, dude, I don't like to inject because then they're too thick, and I'll make them too thick, and I try to put them in the box, and then the lid closes and touches the top row, and I'm like, man, they're too big. You know what I'm saying? So if I like the thickness of them, I don't inject them. So I do a little brine on my ribs, same thing as I do chicken. So I'll brine the ribs in a Tupperware. If I like the thickness of them, instead of injecting them, I'll put the same injection, but I use it as a brine instead.
All right. So you brined them basically this weekend or last weekend in Alvin.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So they were pretty good when they were thick. So you decided, hey, we're not gonna inject this time. Yeah. Eddie, you injected every time?
I injected every time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever not injected a rib.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously at a cook-off, not at home.
Thicker the better.
I think there's only been 3 or 4 times I didn't inject, just because I like the girthiness of them. They just seem like a lot meatier rib. Like I don't want to push it too far where they're too big. Like I said, when I cut them, put them in the box, they don't fit right. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to put 5 in there at the bottom, like we did. I think Joe, what did we do? 5 at the bottom, 4 on top at Alvin.
Yeah, we did 9.
Yeah. So
we were on the same rib table in Alvin.
Hey, I think I don't know if you beat me or I beat you. I can't remember.
Well, Eddie was second, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he got first on our table and I got second on our table, is what I believe.
Yeah.
So you got on the angel table is basically what you're saying.
No, the rest of the teams got murdered.
I'm just
Fred was on there.
Me and Eddie just had good ass ribs, is what it was.
So talk about placement. Y'all said up and down. We call toenails, right? The bones that come off the back of them that you can see. Those are the toenails. What are the toenails doing?
This is why you don't let Micah. This is why Micah don't box, all right? Because if I'm alone, dude,
Micah, you just turn it in with your dirty ass hands and give them to Joe, and Joe makes it look pretty.
Dude, yeah. So I'll cut.
And then he's like, and then he's tasting his face. Oh, those are good, boys.
Yeah.
Make them look pretty.
But I'll be cutting them, and then I'll pick the racks we like, and then I'll cut them, and then he'll grab each one, and we do our process, and he keeps them lined up where they don't come out of order, and See me, I'll end up sometimes I misorganize them, and then I'll be like, that one don't go with that rack, and then I'm all dumbfounded, and I gotta act like a psycho before I turn it in. So yeah, he's a lot better at keeping things organized and cleaning them and making sure the box is fucking gorgeous. And I think we started with 4 at the bottom, 4 at the top, and the one rib kept falling over. And man, I was like, me and Joe like, man, throw one more in the bottom.
Here. Sorry, Micah. Ty, see if you can block that person in there. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm sorry that threw me off. But the toenail.
Yeah, I don't know, what was that? Was that like a robot?
It's yeah. When you get
they're everywhere, dude. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they are. China,
around, bro.
Russia, even
the damn Russians.
I better stop saying that. We got
they're gonna find you, bro.
They will. They will. All right. I know we definitely. So this weekend, somebody said, Burley asking about my first ribs this past weekend. He gave me a chance.
Yeah, he burned his ribs in one. So I don't know how that happened, but
Burley did.
Yeah, they're ugly. But ugly wins sometimes. Now shout out to him. He did great this weekend, man. I thought, when I went out there for sure, like, all right, I'm gonna get top 5 guaranteed, and it ended up being they filled out the teams, so it was as much as they can hold at that event, which I think is 25 teams, and he was confident as hell, and I was confident, and then he got 3 top 5s, man. He's walking back to back, so
nice.
Congrats
Very
to him.
nice.
He killed it.
Where were y'all at this past weekend?
It's a private event called the Barn. It'll be, I think it's supposed to be sanctioned here in the next year. But in the last like 5 years, it's been none but top teams go there. It's at a private property at someone's house, dude. They have a barn that looks like an airport hangar, and there's like it's insane, gorgeous place, and that's where they held the lunch in. They gave free breakfast, lunch, all that different shit. But they set up on the property, man, and you can run whatever you want. But he had to do 10 thighs, 10 ribs, and 10 slices of brisket.
How'd you hear about this contest?
It's like an invite only. So I got an invite after we won the GC in Alvin.
Damn.
Somebody invited me. Hey, you want to be a part of the elite? I was like, all right, shit, I got there and devil.
Eddie, were you at this elite contest?
Nah, bro. They didn't hit me up. Man, San Antonio didn't count, I guess.
Yeah. No, does not count, bro. Once you get invited to that Kneville, the barn, bro, you're in there, bro.
I'll try better next year.
You got to win Alvin. Alvin, we may have to rethink these Power 5 contests, Eddie. And
Eddie, if you would have competed against those 900 teams in Alvin, you might have been there.
He was there.
He was. He just heard Stacy's mom's song, is what you heard.
What were y'all thinking about Stacy's mom? Hey, y'all beat all the Stacy mom songs.
Yeah, y'all did.
We had a stat team there. That was the barn squad with Stacy. Shout out to Bighorn Barbecue and his parents for hosting us. That was a lot of fun for us as well. We love that event. We love hearing Stacy's mom. When we hear that, we're all looking around at each other because we know we're 1 in 10 chance, and he was like, all right, who is it? Who is it? And then we're celebrating. But then we kept hearing y'all's song every category. I was like, damn, Jokers and Smokers. That's their third walk out of 3 categories. Y'all had to have been feeling pretty good. Well, so pork, what'd y'all do? How'd you lay it? What's your layout for pork? Y'all doing monies? You're doing chunks? You're doing everything? You filling a box? You keeping it simple? What's the approach when you're cooking it, G. Walt? And then I'll ask Joe how it looks.
So yeah, I kind of go off that too. Like I'll cook.
What's up, Marcy?
I'll do 3 monies.
I'm sorry, Marcy. They're Hogs for the Cause grand champions, right?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hog Addiction. What's up, Marcio? We need to talk about that, my man. Yeah, they.
Congrats to Marcia and all that, man.
Stud hog cookers over there.
Yeah.
All right.
So we usually every weekend we'll run 3 monies, but two monies by himself, 1 money attached to the bacon and all that, and then half a pork butt, and we'll try to just play around. If we don't like the pulled, if we like, say all the monies are just perfect and they line up great in the box, man, we'll just run with monies and chunks. Like usually it's always monies and chunks, but we'll throw a pile of pulled and tubes if we like it.
Nice. All right. So what'd y'all do at Alvin?
I think we got ninth port. So that's what I like. I looking at Joe. You know, once they played for our song on the ninth, I was looking at him like he was like, "Shut the hell up, dude! Don't jinx it." You know, like. But I felt like, hey, at night 3 fucking top 10s and that contest, I felt confident as fuck. So,
man, before awards, Micah told me he was gonna GC the motherfucker.
I did.
He was like, "I'm about to GC this bitch." I was like,
did,
"Get it, bro."
I probably said it multiple times. I think I said it probably about 100. So.
He
damn, okay. You were feeling
to everybody around me. I just told them all. Every time they walked by the box and I was walking away from the turn-in, you know, and I'm watching Joe run off of the box, and I'm standing outside our camp making sure Joe don't slip in the mud. And I told everyone, y'all might as well take that back to your tent, man. You're good. You're good.
I think Eric's asking how you got into that elite contest. Did you have to show your starfish?
Yeah.
To get in?
And your hot dog flavored. You had to give them your hot dog flavored water too, and your chocolate starfish. Shout out to Limp Biscuit.
You probably walked in with your Abercrombie model photo. Did you send that to Ty yet?
No, dude, I have not. I don't want to hop on. Like, I feel go with Joe for a little while. Let me go hunt it down.
No. Here's what we're coming to the top of the hour. We're gonna do the. We got some breaks coming up, and then of course we've got.
I will get the damn picture. God damn it,
Joe. I want both of y'all to think about this. We do what we call Mount Rushmore. These are 4 people that are been inspirational to you guys or helped you out on your barbecue journey, whoever it may be. 4 people. I think you're going to be 2 different guys, although y'all been kind of started at the same time, but I want to hear both of y'all's Mount Rushmores, and then we got a barbecue homie, and that can't be each other. Somebody that you like to talk to and do that, and then of course you got one in the gift shop and one in a gumball. So just want to get y'all's heads right because we're gonna hit that up in about 10 to 15 minutes. But y'all can think about that before we're doing it, and then while we are on the break, Micah, send something to Ty.
I got you, bro.
Is Ty wearing sunglasses? He is wearing. Look at Ty. What's going
on? I'm hoping Ty at least throws one of my good boxes on the damn Rake My Box tonight because he been making Eddie laugh too much in my other boxes. I'm hoping I get finally.
All your boxes are good, G-Walt. Man, I like the way you take the pictures now. Like I don't.
That's
know why
not him. That's Joe doing all that shit.
So Joe's been boxing this whole time.
No, not always, dude. Like, dude, after Joe, I'm by myself like most of the cooks. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but he's around maybe 22% of the time at the cook-offs.
That's when we win out there.
Yeah, when we
22% of the time he's out there.
I was at math on like 12 cooks. I don't know. That's weird math.
There's some weird math.
22 sounds correct. 22 sounds good. He's there though, 110% heart and text and calls. He's always there on the phone with me. So. He likes to remind me, "Don't fuck up, don't forget this, don't forget," and it helps because I do forget shit. So he's good. He is definitely a good tool to have in your on your side. So
I love it. All right, last thing we got to do, Eddie, asking about the brisket. I gotta wrap up one thing here. I'm gonna drop down, but how it went, and both of y'all. I mean, y'all were sitting there. Both of y'all were sitting there pretty good when the brisket came about. But I'm gonna drop out, and y'all talk about that.
Take it over, Joe. Joe got the brisket for us, so we have a new meat guy. So Joe got to hook up on a new meat source for us. So
did he?
Yes, sir.
So how are you feeling there going into brisket?
Good. We hooked up Carniceria Prime. They carry Wagyus, they carry Prime, so they hooked us up with a pretty Wagyu. Micah did some trimming, cooked it to perfect texture. He sliced it and kind of finished it. I think we should have done a couple extra things to it, but man, that thing looked beautiful. It really looked the box looked pretty. It looked great. It didn't score very well. I think there was one judge that really threw us under the bus, but man, it was a pretty box. The texture on that thing was amazing. The flavor was great. I honestly thought it was better than our other meats. But
that's what I was in the same boat.
It was worth
I thought
brisket was your favorite turn-in?
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. It tasted the best. and texture was great.
The flavors
So
on
they
point.
So they go through top 10 and you don't get a brisket call. What are you thinking at this moment?
Shit. Well, then I think he was looking at me like, man, we hear that Stacy's song again, man, a couple times. I don't know. You get a little lost in transition whenever there's 12 teams with the same song. So your brain is so focused on, every time we were walking up, one of them were walking up. So you don't even pay attention to who's walking up. Technically, you're just all happy with your moment.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what team just walked up? And so we both started getting kind of like, all right, hold on. And then once LC hit the first brisket, we saw him walk up like right with us one time. I think like me and you walked past each other. We walked past you, Eddie, once. We walked past him already once. I think it was in chicken. So I was like, man, I don't know, dude. And I'm looking at Joe. I'm like, we got it, dude.
Yeah, chicken was you, Phil, and then me. So we're on right there.
Yeah, right there at the front getting our money. So I was like, yeah. And then once I heard the Stacy's Mom song, I think Joe too were sitting right there with each other. And then we see LC walk up, and you're like, well, I don't know, dude. Like, fuck, that's when the nerves come up. But obviously, I think what we kind of knew. Well, I'm not trying to give it away, but Pfeiffer came up and was like, y'all come here, man. Don't get all crazy, but I want to excite you. I want to make you feel, and you're like, hold on, let's go, dude. Like, and I think that he did that whenever they're like, they did reserve. So your brain's like, all right, he kind of, I'm not trying to say he sealed the deal, but he made us feel a little like, I think y'all about to win this, dude. Pfeiffer, dude. I love that dude. He's like that dude's more hyped than me, bro. Like, he's double me, bro.
Man, y'all must be related or something.
I think so. I love that guy, dude. He's awesome. He will definitely, even if you don't do well and you get a good walk, that's one of them guys that's always hugging you, man. He's good at praising you, dude, and making you feel good that you came and tried your ass off. So
no,
he was scared that Micah was going to go postal if we didn't hit GC.
Yeah,
that's why he quoted onto him.
Yeah, take it to Facebook. This motherfucker.
Yeah, I wasn't crying either, Eddie. That was someone threw a cigarette. There's a cigarette ash in my eye.
Man, must have been cutting some onions. It's all good, bro.
What do y'all think about hearing that Stacy's Mom song all the time?
I cried.
No, we don't run burn-ins at all. I've tried it a few times. I'm just not good at it. I'll cook them every now and then, and man, I don't want to put them in the box because the slices are fine, and then I'll eat one, after, and I'm like, man, I probably should put that in the damn box. But I'll cook them every time. I try to cook them every time. But we didn't cook burn-ins at all this past time. We just relied on the brisket. So.
Good question, Brian Fox. He's in there. All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good.
I said
that last time. Somebody said that the other day. Yeah, that's are y'all annoyed when y'all hear Stacy's Mom all the time out there?
I mean, I don't know about Joe, but I was, you start getting a little irritated. And my wife's name is Stacy, so it doesn't help very much at all.
I don't think it was irritated. I think it was scary.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, y'all were sitting pretty good. I mean, at that point, we all kind of was like 3 top 10 calls in a 9,000 team cook-off. I mean, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, still though, you've seen somebody have 3 badass fucking walks, and then they call him for 10th overall. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Right. Yeah, if y'all had 175 place brisket.
Yeah. Luckily, our brisket ended up 41st. I think I did the math on it. If we ended up like I think 60th or above, we would have reserved it. So
yeah, you can't trust your math.
Eric would have took it because I think we won by like 2 point something points, and I did the math on like the difference between points from brisket. And so yeah, I think like 60-second brisket would have flopped us to second. So
John's outing you. He said you cried after every turn in.
I did. They're so pretty. The boxes were so pretty, dude. You gotta cry.
Who boxed them?
Joe.
Hold up. You saw the boxes after you licked your fingers.
He wiped them down. He didn't fuck up the foil like I do. And they're just like, I was like, man, these are gonna be on the fucking So Smoker Goodin show, dude. I'm gonna get 10s on this bitch, man.
So you knew they were good after tasting your fingers, and then he comes and shows you the box, and you start crying. Is this what happened?
Yeah, pretty much every turn.
Mike is a very emotional person. He cries all the time.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good thing, though. I'm down to earth, brother. I'm down there.
For Houston, we had 3 new barrels. He started crying. We gave him an apron. He started crying.
And I never used it. I lost it.
Damn.
You lost the apron? Speaking of lost.
I took it off, and I think one of our teammates has it. And they're not going to say nothing. That's how it works.
It's theirs now. Finders keepers. Speaking of which, anybody find a white GoPro out in Alvin? I left my camera there. I got yeah.
I would.
After we get the sheets, we're reading the sheets, I'm like, oh, this sucks. I did okay, I guess 17th overall, I think it was.
Was it on your hat or something?
No, I had it on a stand and I just left it out there and gone. And I was like, oh shit, it's gone.
Hey, you were a little toasty though, if I remember correctly though.
Not at award. After awards, we got a good time. That was a good time.
Man, I'm pretty sure a cook did not take it. So
no, that's definitely a bystander.
No, there was a concert right after that, and once it's gone, it's gone. At that point, it's gone. Diane's like, why don't you go up out there and check and see if it's there? I'm like, no. I'm not.
That thing is on eBay
there right now.
Somebody's got. Somebody has got
Facebook
that.
Facebook Marketplace is deleted all the data in it. It's ready to go.
Give it up to the game. All right, so all right, guys, we're gonna drop you guys down. This show is not over. We go another hour, boys. Hope you know that. Joe.
I gotta go hunting down that damn picture now.
Go get a picture. Send it to Ty. Ty is going to do the wrap-up recap and the upcoming events segment. And then we'll come back and we'll do the Mount Rushmore. We'll do your barbecue homies. Ty, I'm sure we got some boxes. We're going to rate some boxes. What else we got going on tonight before we get out?
We got
a whole hour left in the show.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff going on.
All right. You got the wrap-up recap and the upcoming events?
I got you.
I know you do, bro. If they're in there, they're loaded, they're ready to go.
All right. The Briscoe Ranch kickoff wrap-up recap, the upcoming events. We'll do the Los Cunados 6th Annual State Championship in West Lasco, Texas. Padre Allen Bar Barbecue Beach Bash at Corpus Christi. McKenna Elrod Seiler Memorial Cook-Off at Uvalde, Texas. And in the IBCA, we got the 16th Annual Orange Grove Volunteer Fire Department Cook-Off in Orange Grove. That's a state championship. The 38th Annual Cook-Off in Cypress, Texas. Not a state championship. The Syndicate Smoke Down and Music Fest at Fort Worth, Texas. And the Taffer Wild Game Cook-Off over in Hempstead. We also have the Rosenberg Masonic Lodge Barbecue in Meadville, Texas. And what do we got next here? Oh, let me get the video. Over in the Outlaw, we got the Turkey Fest State over in Henry Leata, Texas, the state championship, and then Something's Burning Barbecue and Cook-Off over in Clifton, Texas. Over in Lone Star, we got the Masonic Lodge Barbecue Cook-Off in Junction, Texas. That's a state championship. And the FFA Booster Club Barbecue. Yeah, the music's a little bit too loud. There we go. FFA Booster Club Barbecue Cook-Off in Lockhart, Texas. And then over in KCBS, we got the American Broil Sauce Contest in Kansas City, Missouri. Smoke in the Spring in Osage, Kansas. Barbecue Boots and Brew in Paris, California. Smoke on the Falls, Gadsden, Alabama. And the Southern New England Barbecue TV Day 1 and Day 2 in Bristol, Connecticut. Let's see. Don't see any of those are state championships. All right, that's all we got for the Uvalde, Texas Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off upcoming events. And let's go to the wrap-up recap now. Sorry, I'm having a rough time today. It's not as smooth. Over in Beeville, we got the Springfest Grand Champion, Ira Green, with Flying G Barbecue.
I'm Ira Green from Kingsbury, Texas with Flying G Barbecue. You're watching live on the Smoking Gooder Show. So Smoking Gooder Show. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, watching live. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
All right, I heard Ira Green was doing great. I think I saw that in the chat. But RGC was
He's killing it.
Yeah, absolutely. RGC Charlie Royal with Going South Barbecue, and over at the Blazing by the Bay, the grand champion was Kicking Up Smoke, and the RGC was Rini Gonzalez with the Gonzalez Family Barbecue. As y'all heard Rob say, we're probably going to get him on the show because evidently, what has he been, Rob? He's been hot too, right?
He's been killing it.
There you go.
We'll go to the next slide.
There you go. The IBCA 35th Annual Roughneck Chill and Barbecue, the grand champion was Blake Shindell with Alley Cats Barbecue, and the RGC was Michael Hernandez with All the Smoke Barbecue. The 9th Annual Austin Matura Barbecue Cook-Off, the grand champion was, again, Rini Sanchez, Double S Smokers, and RGC was Alex Castro with Houston Barbecue.
One is Rini, the other's Renee. This is
Yeah,
Renee.
which one did I get wrong? Renee Sanchez.
Renee.
Okay, double it. And Rini Gonzalez. Yeah, I'll get it right. I'm just a dishwasher.
No, you're good, bro. Keep it up. I love it.
Yeah, I think that does it for the bull printing wrap-up recap, brother.
Nope, we got...
Is there another one?
Outlaw Barbecue. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, yeah, sure enough.
That's all right. We got it.
Outlaw Barbecue Grand Champion Justin Thomas with Royal Smoke. That's a cool name. The RGC is Daniel Wright with Rockin' and Smokers. Over at the Re-Inspire Barbecue Cook-Off, the grand champion was Chris Hatcher with Hatch's Barbecue. Thanks for the video last week. And the RGC was Vinnie McNamara with Still Smoke.
Yep. Then we've got... I'm sorry, my bad. You do it.
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Did I switch one?
This was old. I'm sorry. That one's old, but this one, here we go.
There you go. Smoking on the Res grand champion was Phil Breeden with LC Barbecue. I see how hard this is now, Rob, when you got to talk and play the stuff.
Yeah.
It is actually pretty difficult.
My bad. I should have been ready for it. It's all right. Go with the next one.
All right, RGC Rooters and Tutors. In the Iowa State Barbecue Championship, the grand champion was Rack Shack Barbecue, and the RGC was Low IQ. That's a cool name. Rekindled Ironman, the grand champion was Boss Hog Barbecue, and the RGC was Beer Time Barbecue. That'll do it for your wrap-up recap, right?
Good job, Ty. And that is sponsored by Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics Wrap-Up Recap. If you guys need any wraps, graphics, signs, whatever it may be, decals, hit up my boy Cheeto over at Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. And he also did the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads upcoming event segment. That's coming up in December. I don't have the correct dates, but it's always the second weekend in December. Wade Carpenter and his crew do a phenomenal job. They're the 3-time CBA event of the year.
That's updated.
That says
December 12th and 13th, 2025.
We got it.
Yeah, I think he sent it to me last week.
I love it. There we go. We're in there. December 12th and 13th, 2025. I love it. Stuff's happening without even knowing about it. That is great. Great job, producer Ty. All right. Let's bring in the co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales. Are you good, Eddie? You ready to wrap up this show? You ready to rate?
Rape these fucking boxes.
Some boxes. I know we've got a few boxes in there. Ty, how many we got? Do you know? He can get that total coming up. But
we have 24, but I think we're going to be able to show about 15.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Let's bring in the guests for tonight. We've got Jokers and Smokers, Team Jokers and Smokers. That's Joe Limon and Micah Gwaltney with G Walt. Were you able to send a picture to Ty, Micah?
Unfortunately, yes, I did.
All right. All right. We'll save that. We'll tease the Abercrombie photo that he got from a casting couch, I believe, is probably how it worked. Okay. So
I think it was Bang Bus, but something close like that.
I was waiting. So you put my contest on a separate slide just to skip it, so you don't have. No, we were waiting for your comment. Let's go back.
Brian,
give it some proper. Let's give it some proper notification.
Nah, you don't
boys.
got to do that. You don't got to do that.
We did. This was purposely done. The Guns and Hoses contest in Angleton, Texas. The grand champion, Mr. Brian Fox, just smoking around in the RGC. James Ledbetter with Brothers Keepers BBQ. Work like a charm. I even got a comment. I can screenshot this.
That was funny. He told me before the show we were going to mess with him. So I hope that was good for you, Brian Fox.
No, he was mad.
Now you can stop crying, dude. He's on the show.
Let's repeat it. Let's give it a repeat. Guns and Hoses, Angleton, Texas. Grand champion, Brian Fox, just smoking around. RGC, James Ledbetter, Brothers Keepers BBQ. We got it. Childish. It is what it is, but whatever.
Oh, God.
Brian, we love you. If we weren't messing with you, that would mean we did not love you, brother. We're just messing around. We're just smoking around, bro, is all we're doing.
Yeah, whenever I found out he GC, bro, I was at the cook-off. Man, I was like, fuck yeah, that's my dog. And everybody's like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. That's my boy.
I do like Brian. Brian, I feel like this is a joke.
He's a shit talker for sure. He's one of the biggest shit talkers.
Hard feelings towards me. But I'm just joking. I'm just joking around. I'm just smoking around, Brian.
We're just joking and smoking, baby. We're just joking and
joking and smoke. Perfect for tonight. I canceled the whole show last week to avoid saying Colin's name. Exactly, Colin. That's why we didn't do a show. I was like, I can't say Colin's name. His first GC. Shout out to Colin McElrath with his first GC.
Yeah, that was nice too.
Where was that at? It was not purpose. My boys. It's baseball season, boys.
Last week there was like five like of our friends, man, that all won. Like it was like a nice lineup of like new GCs. I think not only was that his first one, but I think Big Boys Barbecue. He got his first one, dude. Buddy Northrop got his first one the same weekend.
All right, we need to. I'm sorry, guys. If
Twisted D got the first one.
Yeah, Twisted D, and then also obviously Chopping Block got one. Like they all like hit on the same weekend, so it's pretty badass those weekends.
There it is. If you know what, we'll maybe we can go back and do that. The show, the only show we've missed so far, Eddie. Look at that.
A lot of barbecue homies hit some GCs last weekend. So
I celebrate all the barbecue homies. What we do on the show, and we'll go back and hit them up, man, because that is a big accomplishment for a lot of these guys to get their name heard. And I totally agree and totally understand, and that's why we do it. That's the whole purpose of the show, is to highlight all these awesome cooks that are out there doing it each and every week. And yeah, if I didn't call your name out last week, I apologize. It was nothing to do with us. It was a baseball schedule. It was a scheduling thing, boys and girls. And life gets in the way sometimes. So, all right, Brian, congratulations. Brian Fox, GC. Brian Fox, GC. All right, there we go. All right. Woo, there. It's back up.
Yeah.
It's back up again. All right.
That's enough. Goddamn, man.
I know. G-Wall on his world tour with winning that Alvin Music Festival in poor Brian. Brian just gets a shout out.
I think there's only like 21 teams there. So,
oh God! Hey, stop! I don't even know what you're trying to do here. All right,
can't let Brian win too much, man.
I did give you guys a heads up about the Mount Rushmore. Ty's going to play some amazing music. We're going to go with Joe Limon first. These are 4 people on your mountain that have inspired you, helped you along the way. Whatever it may be, these are people that help you on your barbecue journey that you want to put up on this mountain. And then you get one, didn't quite make it on the mountain, but they're in a gift shop. They got a nice little bobblehead that you can purchase on your way out to the car. But who's on your Mount Rushmore, Joe?
Actually, a lot of people don't know who this is, but she's a very, very old school in IBCA days. But
love it.
Sandy Babcock actually helped us get into Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo the very first year. So I don't know if anyone remembers her name.
Sandy Babcock. I recognize the name. I do.
Yeah. She helped us out get into Houston, which was a huge blessing for us. I got our name on the, it made us famous 3 days a year.
That
and
is
then on.
Huge.
And back in the day, Craig Sherry, he gave me a couple of tips when I had no clue what I was doing, and actually started hitting chicken after that. So I'd say Craig Sherry, and then Probably I'll use Victor and Julio Howard, and they helped out a lot. Those are good guys. And then I have a couple friends. Mark Jimenez, he won a GC, and then the one that got me into competition cooking is Ernest Ramirez. He got me into cooking.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. One of those guys have got to go in your gift shop. Who is it? Is it Ernest or is it?
I put Ernest in the gift shop because he's he put me in he got me into comp cooking. All
right. So we had Sandy Babcock, Craig Sherry, Pitmaker boys, and then who? I'm sorry. The last one was
Mark Jimenez.
Mark Jimenez. There it is.
Yeah.
Very nice. Salt Creek. Thank you, Wes.
Salt
Creek. That's Ernest Ramirez. All right. And then we'll come back to you for your barbecue homie. But G-Walt, you are up, my man. You know the drill.
This is a tough one, dude.
Uh-oh.
So play my music.
It's coming.
I need a music time. What's going on, Ty? I want to feel special.
It's on. I hear it. It's coming.
So, man, I'd have to say, dude, to be honest, like first starting like Joe, like you got to go old school. Back when I first started, I was always by myself. So I'd have to say, first of all, and they're a duo, so we can count two people because they are a duo, you know. But Alan and Vivian Freeman, they're like the homies right off the bat. So they took me in under their wing, dude. They let me park next to them. They taught me so much shit. They always kept me in line, and then they always be yelling about time because I suck with time. So definitely them. Another one, Johnny Trigg, is top of like he's right there too. Just because I've met him, I got to meet him 3 times through some cook-offs and some events. And that guy will talk to you, open his heart up to you, and like if you're a fan of him, he's a fan of yours. And so I love that guy, and I haven't got to see him in a few years, but I heard he's still roaming around and being a part of cook-off. Then I'd have to say Robert Smith. He's like one of my guidance. Like he'll answer the phone call anytime and text me and let me go talk to him at his restaurant and let me shig off him. And then I'd have to say Phil Breeden. That's like my barbecue homie the last like 6 months, dude. He lets me into his camper whenever I just knock on the door, walk in, and he'd be butt naked. He's like, "Come on in," you know. He don't care. And we do karaoke together. I mean, that dude, he's a hoot. He's always there for me. He showed me so much love. Him and his wife Carmen, like they're like a true barbecue family that want you to succeed, and they don't have nothing against nobody when they win. They're all about trying to capture your moment for you. So I appreciate them on that. And I have to say, next is Bill Purvis, obviously.
Wait, how many we got here?
I think that's 4, right?
This Bill Purvis is a gift shop.
This is a gift shop.
No. All right. Well, yeah. I'd have to say, yeah, Bill, gift shop.
I want a Bill Purvis bobblehead.
I would definitely take one of them.
I have one.
God damn it. You would have one.
I want a Bill Purvis bobblehead. That's awesome. All right. So you had I'm sorry, Alan Vivian, which is just a total personality. I'm having a hard time understanding.
They're the best group ever, dude.
I'm having a hard time understanding this love, but it's awesome.
Chicken Pacao, man. Chicken Pacao,
of course. Classic legends, I would call them in Texas.
Yeah, him going through the whole cancer thing, and I was there. I've been through their whole lives together, and they've been there through mine, my losses, my deaths, everything. They're one of the first people to call me, write me, and let me know that they love me. So they're always right there with me. So
Johnny Trigg, Godfather of Texas,
and I still use Johnny's rib wrap, so I still went with his rib wrap. So he has to be proud of me too as well.
Wait, are you the guy from season 1 of Barbecue Pitmasters?
Yep.
Is that you?
Yep.
Were you that chop house out of Dallas?
No, but
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not me.
I think holy shit.
And y'all gonna go back. You're gonna go back and watch it. And you're like, that is fucking G-Walt. No, it's fucking not.
Like, this is G-Walt.
No, I've watched that I've watched that season a few times. It's not me.
If your Abercrombie photo matches anything like this guy, I'm 100%. This is you. Okay. This is crazy. All right, we just discovered something here. We just discovered something there. All right, we got Robert Smith, First Class Barbecue, Phil Breeden, Phil and Carmen. They're awesome. You're right. And then again, I do want me a Bill Purvis bobblehead. That should be the next thing from Chicken Fried products. Is a
I know they're mentioned. I know they're mentioned a lot too, like on the show. You know, like but they're tried and true people. You know, like there are people that you can connect to. They will give you secrets, recipes. They're not scared to hold it back. They're the type of people like me where I'll give you the recipe. If you can go out and beat me with it, then do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always down with that. So.
Ambassadors. They are ambassadors for barbecue. 100%. Okay, Joe, we got the barbecue homie. Y'all can't be each other's barbecue homie.
Finally, he got a beard, dude.
Is Modelo? Oh, I thought Modelo was his barbecue homie. That was like, that's pretty. That guy never let you down.
I think it is. I think it is his barbecue
homie.
Homie.
Never let you down. We got a barbecue homie, and then kind of like the gift shop Eddie described, the gumball machine.
Man, gumball is the next person you call after your barbecue homie don't answer.
There you go. After you don't answer.
Barbecue homie.
Get up, Chucky. Adam just showed up.
That might be his right there.
Oh, okay.
Might be ironic.
Adam's throwing his name out there. Is that what you're saying?
I think he might have just.
All right, so the barbecue homie's the guy we call after we hit something.
Just somebody you want to talk to during the week about barbecue. Somebody it's your barbecue homie. Maybe you want to sit up next to.
Y'all gonna go to a cook-off. Be like, hey man, let's go cook this. Let's park next to each other.
Joe Martinez.
Oh, Gil.
Yeah.
Joe Martinez. What's he? Midnight Maverick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him into cooking on his anniversary, like 10 years ago. He says best anniversary he's ever had. Yeah.
Does she agree?
Maddie said her, but all she does is bitch at me. She bitches all the time. Every cook.
All right.
You gotta love Maddie.
Maddie's like the Team ex-wife.
Yeah, now she's pissed, guys, by the way. Maddie, you're going to have to deal with this next weekend.
Damn, she lives like 2 miles from my house. She's probably going to come TP my house after this. Damn it.
All right, and you got one in the gumball machine. Almost. The barbecue.
Hey, actually, I think that would be Maddie.
All right. Now you made up. There you go. Good, smart move.
No, because you call her on Monday, and she tells you how to fix what you did over the weekend, and yeah,
talks about how we got to how can we get Micah to wear gloves, kind of shit, and you're like,
yeah. She tries to be the organizer of the team.
And underwear. Can you wear some underwear too? I mean, all right, let's go.
I don't. Underwear sucks. You know this, Rob. Come on, man. You don't have to wear underwear. You wear them tiny ass shorts all the time. You don't got to wear them.
All right, let's see. We got the barbecue homie from G Walt. Ty will put yours, Joe, down there. You got Maddie in the gumball machine, and you got Gil Martinez as your barbecue homie. G Walt, these are hard questions. These have broken up some barbecue homies before. Eddie.
Oh yeah,
man. I'd have to say my next one is Carl Davis. All right, Cast Iron Cookers.
Oh,
barbecue homie. That's my homie, dude. I'm a night out, and he works overnight. So, like, I call him like at 2 a.m., dude. He's, what's up, brother?
Don't let Chad hear you.
He's down, bro. He's down, dude. But yeah, I'd take Carl Davis, and then the one after that would be Chad Gangreth. Obviously, Rusty Junk. That's my gumball. That's my homie.
Damn, y'all got a big old threesome going on there.
I do love both them dudes. They remind me of me. They're just older than me, but I feel like I'll be them, the next 10 years. So it's not a bad thing to be. They're cool ass dudes. They'll answer phone calls, texts, and they like to park close to me if they can. And we get along. We stay up late together, and Saturday nights is always a blast. So
I'm just really getting to know Chad. Chad is a super nice guy, man. Carl's great. Carl's great, but
yeah, Carl's epic.
He is. Carl's funny as shit.
Dude. If he tells you a story, he's not lying. It's a real story.
Carl's funny without trying to be funny. Carl's just Carl, and he just says some shit out of his mouth, and you're like, it's pretty fucking.
You gotta believe everything he says too, because like he's not bullshitting. Like you might think in your head like this guy's bullshitting right now. He's not bullshitting at all, dude.
He told me a story, and I'm not going to repeat it because can't repeat it. I can't repeat it. But I thought, I don't believe this. I don't believe this story. But he repeated it.
Is the story from Smoking on the Rio or not?
No, it's from
okay. I got a couple of them.
It's from Weatherford. All right, those are awesome, guys. Congratulations, y'all just did the Mount Rushmore and the barbecue homies. Hopefully, you're some other barbecue homies are not pissed off at you. It does do that sometimes.
Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure.
You didn't mention Brian Fox, did you, Walt?
I mean, he was next. He was next on the list.
He was next. All right, he was next. All right.
I haven't officially met the guy, so I've never.
Really?
Yeah. So he just been shit talking me, the last year on Facebook. And I love it. I just talk shit back, and we just we like to. He always inbox.
No bullshit aside, I do love me some Brian Fox. Brian is a good dude.
He inboxes me all the time, going, "Hey man, I was just joking," and I was like, "I know, dude. You don't gotta apologize every time you write something bad about me."
Brian is a good dude, and we will get you on, Brian. I wasn't. I did G-Walt immediately after he won in Alvin. He's like, "Bro, I need to be on the show." I was like, "Yeah, you're going to be on the show, right?" Me and Eddie had this conversation there at Alvin. I was like, "We got to get him on," and of course we couldn't do it last week.
I thought you were playing some hooligan shit on me.
No, we were
trying
talking.
to pull. Oh God! Why did I do this? I shouldn't.
It's an hour and a half in. The kids are to bed. It's 9:30. All right, let's see. 19-year-old. How old were you?
I'd say probably 19.
19.
I was a little whore, dude.
Not trafficked. Not right. Not trafficked. This is on
not
your own
trafficked, dude. Just
right.
They offer me some blow, and then you do it,
Oh God. I'm not gonna go there. Let's see it. Let's see it, Ty. We'll see it.
Oh man. See, look at that guy, dude. Fucking stellar.
This is these are not Abercrombie photos.
That's all I can find, bro. Is long hair, dude.
These are not that I study Abercrombie photos, but I guarantee I did not see that in a magazine.
The shirt I'm wearing is Abercrombie. See it?
Is that all it takes to be a model now? Is to wear a shirt?
Man, you don't pay this. It's not like I try to keep the pictures I got on the photo shoot. I was trying to forget those memories.
I thought we were gonna see like this magazine quality photo. Joe, what do you think of that, Joe?
I thought Ty was gonna fix it up, man, jazz it up a little bit. But
Ty, he don't have that skill. He doesn't have. He's got skill. He just don't have that level of skill.
Shirt on now.
Yeah, it's good to keep the shirt on now, dude. Definitely.
All right, but that still will work for your natty pitch.
I think so. We could touch it up, dude. Touch it up
natty, and then you need to do another one shirtless after natty. There you go.
All right, dude. Here we go.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Singing to the microphone.
All right. This is cool though. You're an Army veteran, right? Army?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Army. You're former restaurant owner, former Abercrombie. I mean, can we quote this? Air quote this? Model. And now you're a barbecue nerd. There we go. Ouch. Maddie says,
I'll try to find the professional ones, but they weren't. I couldn't find them in my drive, so I'll find them.
You do have professional. These were the couch photos, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ty?
I mean, I know we're going to get into some rate my box and everything, and I appreciate everything so far. But you just mentioned that G-Walt's a veteran, so I'd like to wax poetic with him a little bit, if you don't mind.
Go for it, bro.
So we always talk about this, and you've heard me, and kind of like the same thing you were talking about with Brian Fox. You and I kind of started talking shit back and forth and about the photos and the show. So you're one of them guys that I tell Rob, that you really are adamant about coming on the show. You give a lot of pointers about the boxes, and I really love your just the big heart you have. I know you like to be funny and all that kind of stuff, and I love that shit too. But here's what I want to talk about. This stuff helps with PTSD. So can you kind of wax poetic a little bit about how some of your preparations, the 19 kilo, which is like it's a armor guy,
Yes,
it's a tanker. It's a tanker in the military. So can you just kind of wax poetic about how maybe some of your military training kind of, maybe got the best of you, whatever it may be with PTSD demons, and then maybe how barbecue kind of heals? Because we talk about this with the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. Barbecue heals, man. So wax poetic, brother.
So like I was telling you, I grew up on welfare my whole life. I didn't have a car in my driveway, dude. My dad was in prison. My mom was she was on disability for mental, retardation, and I was raised in a household that's kind of corrupt and disappointing a lot, so you go through college a little bit, you go through life a little bit, you learn a little bit, you work at Abercrombie for 2 years and take your shirt off a lot, and then you become a man at a point where you got to start deciding what you want to do. And I was lost, man. So, the Army, saved my life, dude. Joining the Army, dude, put me through a lot of trials that I thought I was tough already, and I wasn't. And I became tougher through it. And, the years I spent in it, all I did was get a little ground and traction of like, how you're supposed to be in life and where you want to be in life and what you want to have. And they teach you, the strength of being a man and overpowering situations, even if it's physical or emotional or anything dealing with friends and family, that you have a battle group, dude. You got battle buddies, man, that are all around you. And there's nonstop love and respect, and you're all on the same goal to defend the United States of America. And that's your goal and that's your life, so anything you do after that is you're prepared for it. So after the Army, I was prepared to raise a family, to get away from, the life that I was living and kind of create, my own avenue of life and also for my children and my wife, so now it's just a happy family, man. And I can't even be more grateful for the Army. The Army gave me so much core value that I would never have gained if I didn't join the Army. I don't know where I'd be if I didn't join the Army, put it that way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And then, what have you seen that's maybe as you've gotten into barbecue and starting having some success? Like, what are some of the things that maybe carried over from the military, like concentration and focus?
Yeah, that like I've mentioned before. If you see me cook, like I got dedication to cooking, dude. I'll stand by my barrels. I don't sit down, dude. Like it's nonstop, mission minded. Like, hey. You're on a timer of these proteins, so it does give you a military mindedness of cooking. Is whenever you're cooking, these times, and you cannot let yourself down or let your team down, let your squad down. Like you want to make sure everything is perfect. So it gives you that preparedness of your brain. Like, hey, I'm not leaving, my job. Like just like when you're on 24-hour duty, I'm sure you've done these times where you're a 24-hour duty officer and you're sitting there and you can't go to sleep, you can't do nothing. And you got to make sure everything, is checked off. You got a checklist, and as long as they're all checked off and it's time to clock out, then you're ready to roll and you can relax and sit down and enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah, man. Like as you're saying that, I think of, you just manning it like a century. I'll guard everything within the limits of my post and quit my post only when proper relief.
Exactly.
That's what's going through my brain when you're saying that.
Yep. I was saying the same exact thing, so that's part of it. Exactly.
Yeah. So hey,
your military orders, military duty. Yeah, you take your military orders, your military duty, and you convert it into real life, and you pretend like you're not a civilian. Like you try not to. Of course we're civilians, but we try not to. We don't want anyone around us not protected. So when it comes to veterans, we like to make everyone around us happy. We protect them. We'll do anything for them, as well as we stand there and guard our posts. We want to make sure their posts are guarded as well. So that's why I'm always open and friendly to everybody, dude. I'm a genuine dude, bro. And you're not gonna find a fake me. I don't overact. I don't put on a show. I'm me, and I love everyone, and I'm gonna protect everyone, and I'm gonna make sure my barbecue is well taken care of as well.
Yeah, I definitely. You're gonna be one of my first official barbecue homies. Tom Clark is my barbecue homie. That's my barbecue godfather. But you're definitely gonna be one of my barbecue homies. I love hanging out with the veterans that we have on the circuit. Talk about it all the time, but appreciate you sending me the box. Appreciate your feedback, and we'll talk to you
all
again
day,
soon,
brother.
man.
It's always good talking to you, Ty. I love you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you, Ty, for taking over for a moment and asking Micah those questions. Micah,
he's like Dr. Phil, bro. He's Dr. Phil just now.
You are you got multiple layers, bro, and thank you for your service from all of us. And the Gooder gang is chiming in. A lot of thank yous for your service, man, and that's pretty special. Hearing two veterans talk about experience, and it's awesome, and what it's done, what the barbecue has kind of done for you, and what it, I guarantee, a lot of the barbecue guys that are veterans, they're very detailed, they're very awesome, and as far as this, and they take to this sport because a lot of this sport is consistency and detailed and being prepared and all of that, and so learning a little more with Ty's help about what how a veteran's mindset is and how they approach barbecue is pretty special to hear. Thank you to Ty for jumping in for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
I love it when you do this, Ty. I always say more of Ty is best for this show.
For sure.
But
more Ty needs to be in everyone's life. That guy is epic, bro.
He's awesome. He's awesome. He says I'm just a dishwasher. Bro, you're more than a dishwasher, bro. You're awesome. And you're contributing to Barbecue Ty. Thank you very much. That's awesome, G. Walt. Thank you so much for your service, and thank you for those words. That was great to hear a little more insight into your Micah for sure. All right, are y'all guys ready to lighten the mood and rate some boxes?
Joe's gonna be Joe might be harsher than fucking Eddie over here, man. I don't know, dude.
Joe is the boxer for Jokers and Smokers, along with other stuff. I'm sure he does multiple things. He's probably the ringleader, the get everybody rounded up type things. He's definitely the Modelo stalker of the cooler. He said he tries to clear them out before Saturday begins, and then probably restocks because I saw you. You do a lot of work, bro. You do a lot of work. All right, so we're gonna rate some boxes. How we do it is on a scale of 10, 9, 8, and 7. 10 is excellent. 9 is very good. 8 is fair, and 7s are personal and poor. Unless you're Jackie Milligan, she just puts words out there. So it's all good. All right, so Ty, we've got a few boxes. We're going to go right up for 2 hours. We're at
oh, God dang.
Are we rating this? This is your first box, Gooder gang. Rate this. I don't even call it a box, but rate
don't call it a box. There's no box involved.
Rate this photo. 10. No, let's go back. We got to rate the first.
No.
First photo. Sorry, my bad. 7.
That's a 10. 10 all day.
Firebox gave you a 14. All right, there you go. All right, I'm just kidding. All right, Ty, let's go with some boxes here. Next, little gringo. All right, so we do poker faces, boys. We'll let the Gooder gang chime in for a few minutes, or not even a few minutes, for just a little bit, and then we'll go. We'll let Eddie, John Wayne Gacy bait. No shit.
Fucking Serge, shut up.
You
he said John Wayne Gacy bait? Yeah,
that's all right. Here we go. 9, 10. Christopher Stone, what's up? Wes Reed, 10 on that beef. 9, a little dry and thick. Okay. 10, little gringo, 10. We'll go quick here. Joe, you're the new one on the show here. Let's go for it. You're up first.
9.
Okay. If we give it an 8 or less, we want to hear an explanation. G-Walt.
My boy said dry. I don't know if he's talking about my picture of the brisket, but that dude, he said thick and dry. That is a 10, bro. That's a 10.
I can see where he says dry. The first slice.
I think Stephen Rokic says thick and dry. I think he's talking about my picture, but this picture is a 10, brother. It's a 10.
I'm gonna give this a 10. It looks good. I can see a little bit. It's a low 10 for me. Eddie, go for
it. I'll give it a 9. It does look dry though.
Okay. Next box.
But it looks pretty good.
What is a low 10? It's almost a 9. It's a high 9.
What the fuck is it?
Okay.
What is a low 10?
This is a double box.
Definitely non-sanctioned. It's a black tray.
This must be Micah's chicken box, apparently.
Yeah, I was confused when I saw this. So evidently, someone's just workshopping something at home and sent us both that they cooked. So it confused me when I first saw it too.
All right, got a little pole to pole chicken here.
Oh man,
this is not spooning. All right, let me look at this again. 9, smoking and toasting. What's up, Cece? That's G's bass boating. I'll let Micah go last on this bird. Eddie, you're up first, sir.
All right. Looking at the picture, the one on the right, that looks pretty good. I'll give that one a 9. The other one on the left side, I'll give it an 8.
Okay, what compare the two? What would you like the?
Well, the one on the right side looks right side the way the screen's set up, right? So on the right side, man, I like the definition of that one.
Mm-hmm.
It looks nicer. The other one looks kind of like, man, it was the calf that you were not gonna turn in, so you didn't really give a shit about it,
right?
But I mean, they both look good, but the one on the right side definitely looks better.
So overall, you give it a what?
And overall, I'll give it a 8.5.
Joe, go for it.
An 8. 8 is a box. They don't look like twins. They that glaze isn't very even.
That's what I'm seeing. The top. I'm gonna say Micah. Make sure you cover that top very well here. I'm gonna give it a 9 though. Can't kill it. Micah, you're up.
That is definitely not my box.
Okay, all right.
I do like the two birds making out in the box, but that's kind of cool. Boob on boob action. But man, like Eddie said, the one on the right, that's like, to me, that'd be if they covered up that little right side of the breast right there on the top of the breast, like maybe put that little dust. That's a 10 bird right all day. The other one, I do like hockey puck style birds, like the big wide ones. So I mean, I'm not gonna hate. Like if either one was in a box, I'd probably give it a 10.
All right, but overall, what'd you say?
I 9.5.
Okay. We got no half points here.
All right, all right, 10. I'll give it a 10.
All right, next.
Individually each. Yeah.
I'll let Joe go last. I'll go third. Eddie, I'll let you lead off, and Micah will go second. Here, we'll let the Gooder Gang chime in here just for a second. Eight from Corby. 8 from Adam. Guys, if you guys give it an 8, put a little small explanation.
You got to comment, guys. Get on the grid. Have you watched the show before? If you have an 8, leave a comment.
Trying to help here. Wes Reed with a 9. 9 don't like the front 4 on the left, Rozicki says. 8 color difference between second row of muscles. Okay, 9. All right, Eddie, I said you were first, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go 8. Man, they're just not money muscles. That first one ain't even got no money on it. And then, man, it looks like they tried more on the chunks than they did on the medallions. And yeah, I mean, the back on the left side, the back 4 or 5 look like they didn't even sauce those. So the right side looks a lot better, but
the right side does look a lot better than the left side.
So 8 for me. And I'm sure it tastes good.
All right. G-Walt.
I would say that there's a little discoloration on the front 3 on the left. But I mean, what is it, 9, 10 slices on each side? So they're probably thin. The judges probably love them. They just pop one slice in their mouth probably, or a chunk. They look well glazed. They look pretty color. I mean, I'll give that a 9.
Joe? I'm going. I'm sorry. There's a lot of monies here, and not all the money should have been put in this box. You could have spaced them out. It made it still look like a pretty box here. I'm going to give it an 8. I do not like that left front one at all. The right side looks good. Left side looks a little different.
That motherfucking box is dirty as hell.
Yeah, I'm not even commenting on that. So I'm gonna give it an 8. I would just like, you don't have to put every money you have in the box here. You got, I don't know, I can't count them real quick, but I'm definitely looking at about 15 or 16.
There's 18
monies.
slices. There's 18 slices.
There's 18. So you don't have to put all 18 in here. You
And
could have
there's 22 chunks, 18 slices.
Thank you, Micah. My point being is like, just put your best ones in there. That front one definitely does not to be up front. So, Joe.
I'd give it a 9.
Okay.
I think that's a bad pick.
Yeah, I think it's a bad picture.
Did Joe box this? Did Joe box this box?
I think it's before Joe cleaned it up, man. Before Joe cleaned it up.
Was this y'all's box?
Yeah, that's 9th place in Alvin. Yeah, right there.
9th. No, that's 9th in Alvin.
Yeah,
that's
If
9th
we
in
would have
Alvin.
put it at 10, we probably would have taken top 5.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, hey, my stuff still stands true. You don't have to put them all in there. But hey, you can't argue with results.
Hey, fill the box up, buddy. Fill the box up.
All right, next, Maddie's in there. Alvin box.
Uh-oh.
Poker face, bro.
I can't tell who that is. I think I seen that on Facebook.
I'll let Eddie go last on this one. Eddie's our brisket coach on the show.
Not anymore.
Now he's our chicken coach. we need
I know.
we need to put another hat on, bro.
Who's up first?
I'll let Joe go first on this one.
I think it's like an old school brisket, like a pre-2018. That's a 9.
9 for Joe. I'll go next. I don't know. Ty, pull that.
I think it's just a picture.
It looks. Doesn't. Hey! Shout out to the way they placed it in the box. The symmetry of this box, it looks great. The color is throwing me off here for me. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm sorry, but I'm sure it's good. Looks tender. It looks ready to go. Again, this is only appearance scores, guys. So appearance is the least weighted score you can get. Gwalt.
I mean, it looks similar to like the box that I turn in because my phone sucks and I usually, but the camera, man, I think it's the picture. They look symmetrical as hell. I mean, maybe it's missing a little bit of bark, a little bit, but I'll give that a solid 9 for sure.
Was this Wes Reed's? This Wes's? He said it sucked.
I'll
Needs a
give it
piranha knife.
solid 9. It looks a little grayish, but I think it's because of the picture. So, and everything's symmetrical. It has a nice smoke ring. I mean, it looks edible and it makes me smile because it's symmetrical. So I'll give it a 9.
That's what I was going with. It looks a little grayish. That's a good comment on there. Eddie.
7.
Why?
Bro, if you put this in front of me, I probably won't want to eat it.
What?
There's fucking black marks on the slice. There's like 2 darks. Nah, it's just too dark. Not even dark. It's just gray.
It does kind of look shadowy on that first slice.
It is shadowy. That's definitely a shadow.
And they au jus the shit out of it, and it still looks dry because there's a puddle of fucking au jus sitting in front of that slice.
Come on, next.
Bro.
Yeah.
I want to hear Little Gringo's comment here. Little Gringo, be a certified master judge that you are here on this box here. I'll go first on this box. 10 from Christopher Stone. 9, Corby. 8, too much sauce. From Rozicki. All right, I'll go right here. Pull that comment, please, sir. It is heavily sauced. I don't mind that on pork. For whatever reason, I don't mind that on pork. I don't mind the pulled as long as it's good. It's a little too fine on the bottom there. I like it a little more chunkier because you can get a nice bite. I mean, otherwise, you're just going to get a mouthful of mush. I feel what I'm looking at here. Chunks, I'd like to see some more bark on these chunks. The right side looks very good. Those look like really good monies. Left side, still not too bad, but you definitely have. It's not the same as the right side going over here. I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
No, I got it.
Okay.
What did Little Ringo say real quick? 7, lay off the sauce. We are not Buddy the Elf, meaning too much sweet. The pulled on the bottom doesn't need to be in the box. Okay. Yeah, it looks like pulled is mush. That's exact. All right. I'm in line here with the master judge. All right. Who said was going next?
Yeah, I think it's a 9 for a pork.
Yeah. Right side looks good though.
Yeah.
Eddie. Eddie's gonna kill it.
Nah. It's again. I mean, it's not the worst box that's ever been sent to the show, but it's still 8.
How about the chunks, Eddie? Don't you want to see some barks? They're just.
I mean, the barks there is just facing.
You can't
down.
see it. I'd rather. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're here for appearance, right? I'd like to see it.
Yeah, that ain't
Can't
it.
see it. Micah.
Man, I'm not a big fan of the mushy stuff at the bottom at all. I know some people run that. They do decent. I think James Ledbetter, a couple other people like to do that style right there where it's kind of cooked into it, like like flattened out like look. But man, I'm not a that's an 8 for me as well. I don't like how the front slice is like, you can tell it's like syrup. Like, look at the slice almost folded. That front left slice has a fold, so the sauce like laid on top of the folded part. And then I like the chunks to have you're showing the bark.
Case.
And then other than that, yeah, I mean, turn the bark over, get rid of the mess at the bottom, and that's a 9 all day. But I'll have to give that 8.
All right, Ty, we got 3 minutes till 2 hours into the show. We're going to do 2 more boxes. Pick your best 2, Ty, and then we'll give a minute to Joe and G. Walt to give some love to people that support them, and then we'll wrap up this show. So Ty's picking out. Okay, here we go. I already know whose box this is.
Can you tell by all the sauce on the bottom?
That's juice, baby, I think.
Somebody stabbed this bird. Renee. No, wrong. Renee, 9.
Wrong Renee.
Wrong Renee. Yeah. The dude, 9. Best foil ever. Pretty good foil. Pretty good foil. 9 West Reed. 10 on foil. 9 on the bird. Adam Martinez, get up, Junkie. Adam, I'll see you this weekend. We'll be hanging out. Samantha Cherry, 10. 9. 10. What is look? Christopher Stone. What does 10 look? What am I missing here?
Like 10, look, motherfucker.
10,
okay,
look.
All right. 8, little splotchy. Ooh, 8, little gringo.
That guy, he's
I know.
Man, that puddle kills it, says Caesar. Okay, Micah, go for it.
I mean, that's a 10 all day to me. So. A little juice don't bother me if you see it, especially, I mean, if you put it in there and you, obviously the box is that clean, obviously the juice is coming from the bottom side cooked of the bird, so you're not like worried about it. It looks pretty to me, brother. 10 to me.
I'll go last on this one. Joe.
I'd give it a 10. I think that's a badass looking bird. It's even. I mean, the wingtips, shit's gonna happen. And
I like the wingtip. I like if you're gonna put a wingtip, burn that motherfucker. To me, that's the sign of a good ass burn.
Burn that bitch.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna put one in there, it should be burned. Go ahead, Eddie.
It's a 9 for me. Looks good. I don't like the sauce really.
I'll give it a 10. It's good. I got some bass boating. I'd like to see a little more baked in sauce on there, but it's just about there before I would have pulled it.
Fuck you, Eddie. You ruined my perfect score, dude.
Is this yours?
Damn it, it was ours. Yeah.
This bird definitely skipped leg day, though. Look at that. Look at that little ass ankle.
That's just an angle, bro. That's an angle. There's no such thing as ankle day. That's an ankle. That's not
Damn, you missed the perfect box by Eddie.
All right, bro.
One time, dude. One time. Can I goddamn get it?
It looks
If
good.
I would have known it was yours, I would have gave it an 8.
I would have. It's probably got about 3 more minutes before I would have pulled it. That sauce I'd like to see.
Yeah, it was almost a 10. I mean, it's a high 9.
Yeah. High 9. There we go.
Well, we didn't beat Eddie with that box, but we got 6 at Alvin with it. But.
Hey, I can see why. It looks good.
Yeah.
Is that ours?
I can see
Yeah,
why.
it's ours, Joe.
Oh, look at Joe. Is that ours?
I like that foil. Great job.
Yeah, that foil's
Hey.
looking good, bro. That foil's looking good. Obviously, I didn't put
Maddie
it. I
must
didn't
have
put
done
it
the
in.
foil.
No, that's Joe. That's Joe's foil work right there.
All right, we got one more box, and we're gonna call it a night.
Ooh. Nope. All right. Poker face.
We may have one more box.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Eddie. Eddie wants one more after this one. Maddie said I did do the foil. She lied.
We'll give her. All right. Yeah, Maddie did the foil, man. We'll give her that.
All right, we got toenails.
Man, the toenails do look good.
They do look good.
They're pretty, bro. They're even as hell.
They do look good. We'll just talk about this one right here. A lot of 10s on this box right here. 10, 10.
I'm not gonna score this one.
Snickers. Oh, is this your box, bro?
No.
Oh.
No, Eddie wouldn't take a picture like that. He'd make it where they're lined up in front of your face.
9 on these 2018 ribs. Says Steven Rosicki. 8, Daddy Dutch. 9, foil, strong point on them toes. Yeah. I'll go first here. I love to see some bass boating. I don't see a lot of bass boating on here. I can see it. Maybe it's the angle. Definitely the lighting. I do love these toenails. Perfectly placed. If you're going to do sideways, that's the way I would do it right there. I'll give it a 9. I'd like to see a little more lighter color and some bass boating. That's all. Joe.
A 9.
Okay. G-Walt.
I'd have to go. Like you said, a little more bass boating. That one, like they're cut at an angle, so the 2 of the ribs are like the top rib on top is skinny by the toenail and fat on the other side, and then the bottom one is fat on the toenail side and skinny on the other. So maybe cut them a little straighter, a little more bass boating, but the toenails are pretty. And also glaze the sides. I have to give it a 9, just by that. But it's pretty though.
That third bone,
I don't know.
Perfect. From the
That third rib is gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I like the size. I like the meat on
the
both
toenails
sides of
are
the bone.
awesome though. Those toenails are epic. Like that looks like
I'll give the toenails a 10.
It looks like a bear claw, bro.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty solid.
there's just something about this box that it looks good, but at the same time it looks really bad. So, man, I'm kind of torn. And
Yeah, I am too.
9
Same thing.
or a 7. Like, but man,
It's
I'll
stuck in the middle.
give it a 9, bro. Those toenails look good, and man, but that sauce gotta go, bro.
It's dark. All right,
And it looked like they didn't glaze like the. I think they just sauced it and then cut them. They didn't even like glaze the sides of the meat. So you can see that front one, like it's almost white. Like you could tell like they didn't put nothing on it at all.
Fucking badass toenails. though.
Them toenails are great though. I'm proud of them.
Is that your box?
That was good.
No,
Okay, we can
wasn't
end on
ours,
this.
brother.
We can end on this one.
That's a big titty. I mean, what?
And you know, I'm team no, obviously team hashtag no wingtip, but hashtag team no wingtip. But this, if you're gonna do a wingtip, burn it and chuck it back like this one. This is good. This is good. I'll go first on this bird, by the way. 10. Shit, I think I got the munchie. 10. 9. 10 from West Reed. 9, Rosicki. Little Gringo, 9. All right, I'm ready to go here. I'm going to give it a 9 as well. Can't give it a full 10. A little splotchy, a little more bass boating, a little more setting. I do like the look of the bird, though. Still a lot of foil I'm seeing in this guy, and I get if you're going to turn in a half and it still wins in Texas, all good. I would fill this up a little more, push it up, maybe just push the bird up a little bit just to cover all of that foil up for me. That's a 9. I can't give it a 10. Joe Limon.
A 9.
Okay.
That's a good looking bird.
Yeah.
But the angle isn't. And when you open the bikes, I don't think it's a pretty angle.
G Walt.
Man, I'm hungry as hell right now. That's probably like one of the biggest breasts I've seen on a bird in a long time in the picture. That thing is honker, man. Like I can just imagine cut into it. To me, man, it might be a little lighting angle because you can tell the box is a little canted. So I'm not sure if they took the picture at the right angle, but I mean that's a 10. That's a 10 for me, brother. That's 10.
All right. Pit Father.
Man, a lot of people are probably gonna hate me, but man,
7.
I'll give it a 10.
Oh, fuck. That's better than my bird. That's better than my bird, bro. Oh god.
But yeah.
Me and Joe got bamboozled. That is not better looking than
all right.
So
we've established this is Eddie's bird.
Nah, that's not mine.
It's not Eddie's bird. All right, well, let's pull these down. Thank you to everybody that sent in some boxes to the Rate My Box segment. We appreciate it each and every week. Probably got a nice little library still. We probably got about 18 left. Ty can come in here and tell us what we got here. But Ty, get in here.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got 20 of them left, and keep them coming. And then send me your videos for the intros, and I'll get those done too. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Joe. Before we let you get out of here, and we'll give Ty G Walt his moment as well. Anybody you want to give a special shout out to? Maybe sponsors or whatever it may be. Thanks for coming on the show, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Nice to formally meet you, and we'll be hanging out next time I see you because I love your group, man. You got a good, solid crew, and you seem like the matriarch. Is that the matriarch? Is that the right word? Or that's a
patriarch, but anyway.
Patriarch. There you go. Thank you very much of the group.
Well, y'all, anyone's welcome to come on by our camp whenever we're out there. Hey, we're kind of fun to hang out with. And we'll always have a bunch of these.
Nice.
Want to thank our whole team. Micah, of course, Fermin, Marco, John, Maddie, Russell, all the spouses, all our helpers, Tanya, Carlos,
Armando.
This stuff. Our mentor, Armando. Everyone that helps us at all our events, all our big shows. Thank you guys. Thanks to Carniceria Prime. Thanks to Modelo. And we'll anytime y'all Don Taylor, he's a good part of our team, great part of our team. Anytime y'all see us out at an event, man, come on by, say hi, drink a beer with us. We'll shoot the shit for a little bit.
Heck yeah. Thank you, man.
Micah.
Thank you guys for having us on, by the way. I appreciate you guys a lot.
You got it.
Big shout out to our sponsors that have been on my side and also Joker Smoker side for the last year and a half. Gourmet Wood, man, Orlando from Gourmet Wood. He's an epic guy. He's been sponsoring me and taking care of me for a long time. And now that I'm with Jokers, man, he was there with us in Houston. He came by, hung out our tent. So big shout out to Gourmet Wood. Obviously, Gulf Coast Smoke, man, my homeboy Alonzo. Their rubs are phenomenal. They go into most of our proteins. They're always a part of every protein we do, everything we do, most of our injections. I mean, you play with their stuff, dude. They got great products, and nonstop they're going to help you walk. Obviously, Chopping Block, John Tierna, always hooking me up. That's one of my best friends, and that's my man, dude. Diddy. It's my Diddy. And not P. Diddy, but that's my Diddy. All right. And then First Day Bank of Louise. They're always on our side. And then Oak Creek Barbecue out of Oklahoma, Cam Day. He's always hooked me up with Rose too. So that'd
solid.
Be it. And my wife Stacy, and obviously Joe already said the whole crew, obviously. So he said all their names. So yeah, the crew, my wife, and all our sponsors, man, they take care of it every weekend.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for being on this show. I appreciate you guys, first timers to the show. Definitely not your last time on here. 301, and you are starting off the next wave of 300 shows. So
301, and we had somebody take their shirt off. Man, that's perfect.
We did.
God damn it, Eddie.
You already did it, bro.
Not again.
I know.
Not
I
again.
know. I'm fucking with you.
Not again. Eddie, what'd you think of this of these guests tonight? And
Man, they're fucking badass.
Yeah.
G-Walt, man, I met him in El Campo, I think, or the beginning of the year. Then I met Joe at Smoking on the Rio. Man, badass people, bro.
100%. Well, we're going to drop you down. Don't go anywhere. We'll have just a couple minutes after this, and we'll get out of here. But thank you to our co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales. Ty, get in here, my man. Thank you for coming in for that moment, and that was pretty special, honestly. What we got to hear.
I think it's important because everything we do every day is furthering the barbecue, whether it's IBCA, CBA, Lone Star, Outlaw, or KCBS. These events are getting bigger, and you guys are an awesome sport to watch.
Hey, can we make a group decision right now? Brian Fox next week.
Fuck yeah,
Brian Fox, hit me up. I'll get you on the show, man. I need some pictures. We'll make it fun as hell. Hey, and Mr. Cantu, I need that. I need one of those familiar hats. That shit's fly, son.
That is pretty fly. Pretty fly. All right. We'll drop Eddie down here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Episode number 301. We're on our way to 600. On our way to 600. Shout out to Joe Limon with Jokers and Smokers. G-Walt, Micah Gwaltney with also Jokers and Smokers. Shout out to our co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales. Of course, producer Ty. My name is Robert Rocha. Thank you to the Gator Gang tuning in. We'll see you next week. If he accepts, Brian Fox will be on the show. All right, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. We'll see you next Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central. You know where to be, right here watching the So Smoking Good Show. Case, close us out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.
Where we at?
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.